Presidential aspirants in the ruling All Progressive Congress APC and main opposition People's Democratic Party PDP were locked in moves and counter-moves to get both parties to zone the presidential ticket to their favored zone yesterday. Both parties are, however, yet to take a firm standing on zoning. While there are 27 aspirants in the APC, the PDP has 17, out of which 15 have been cleared by the party's screening committee led by former Senate President David Mark. In what is panning out as zonal battle for the presidency, Labour and Empowerment Minister Dr. Chris Ngige, who is also aspiring, said presidential aspirants from the Southeast will meet this week on the issue. Southwest presidential aspirants on the banner of the All Progressive Congress APC met with stakeholders on Friday in Lagos, where they resolved to ensure that the zone produces President Muhammadu Buhari's successor next year. On the platform of Greater Nigeria Conference (GNC), presidential aspirants met in Abuja penultimate week with a clamor for the top seat to go to the Southeast. Apex Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization, Ohanaeze Ndigbo, is already meeting with the aspirants. To ensure a free and fair contest in the APC, former Lagos State Governor Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu yesterday kicked against selecting a party's flag bearer by consensus. However, Sokoto State Governor Aminu Tambuwa said yesterday that the PDP standard bearer might emerge through consensus. Former Senate President Dr. Bukola Saraki and Bauchi State Governor Senator Bala Mohammed spoke in like manner. This happened as Imo State Governor Senator Hope Uzodinma urged the APC and PDP to cede their presidential tickets to the Southeast for the sake of justice and equity and to ease the tension in the zone. Meanwhile, presidential aspirants on the platform of the PDP have taken their lobby for the zoning of the presidential ticket to the National Working Committee (NWC). It was gathered in Abuja yesterday that lobby lists are reaching out to members of the Senator Iyorchia Ayu-led National Working Committee to zone the ticket to the north or south, depending on their preferred candidate. Supporters of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and those of Aminu Tambuwa and other northern aspirants want the ticket ceded to the north, while their counterparts from the south, especially the southeast, are making a case for their zone. A top-ranking member of the party pushing for the emergence of a northern candidate told Vanguard, "We cannot act outside our constitution. Article 7 2C makes it very clear." Article 7 2C of the PDP Constitution 2009 states that, in pursuance of the principles of equity, justice, and fairness, the party shall adhere to the policy of rotation and zoning of party and public elective offices, and it shall be enforced by the appropriate executive committee at all levels. The source further said, "Yes, President Buhari is a northerner who will be leaving office in 2023 by God's grace, but he's not a member of our party. The last time a northern PDP person held office was in 2007 to 2010. That was the late Umaru Yar'Adua. We're only asking that for equity and fairness, it should come back to the north so that we correct the mistake made when President Goodluck Jonathan tinkered with this arrangement and we lost power in 2015. We're aware of the zoning principles. This is how it works. Once a northerner picks the ticket, the vice presidential slot goes south. Remember, the zoning principle does not apply only to the office of president." However, another party leader sympathetic to the South said, "Our party will be making a grave mistake if it retains the ticket in the North. How can you convince the Southeast to maintain its fidelity to the PDP brand if you continue to leave them out? It should go to the Southeast." Yet another party leader said, "The best option for us as a party is to throw it open. Let the best man, irrespective of zone, win. Then we can deal with our issues. We don't have the luxury of time. Let us educate our delegates. Let the candidates sell themselves and get the votes. Party members from the north and south have bought forms. Let them test their popularity. It's as simple as that. Let the APC deal with its confusion over this issue. For us in the PDP, what matters to us is a sellable candidate who will restore us to power." Indeed, a member of the PDP zoning committee led by Governor Samuel Ortom of Benue State has berated presidential aspirants from the southeast for their alleged self-centeredness. asked the PDP's plan on zoning, he said, "We're still going for meetings. In this country, what I've learned, if you stick your neck out to fight a cause and those you're fighting for are not bothered, you may become a scapegoat. I'm not bothered about that. No one has disputed the truth I said about zoning and no one has gone against it. Those you are fighting for are still the ones undermining you. It is sickening. If they are not serious, they can go to hell. It is self-conceitedness and self-centeredness. They are only concerned about their interests and they will hit brick wall. I'm tired of their attitude." The neck of the party is scheduled to hold its much-awaited meeting on Tuesday. It is expected that the party leadership would point the way forward on the zoning issue as well as the final details of the party's primaries. The National Working Committee is also expected to present a report for the outcome of the Northwest Zonal Congress held in Kaduna on Saturday for ratification. National Chairman of the party, Senator Iyorchia Ayu, had on Friday, while leading other National Working Committee members to receive Governor Aminu Tambuwal, who is one of the aspirants, promised that the party under his leadership will ensure that justice is not only done but seen to be done to all aspirants. He promised that each of them will be given a level playing field to test their popularity. Meanwhile, Governor Aminu Tambuwal of Sokoto State, who was also in Jilango, to woo Taraba State PDP delegates ahead of his presidential primary election, hinted at agreeing to a consensus arrangement if his party considers the option. The aspirant, however, said he has all it takes to get Nigeria working if elected, adding that he and 3 other presidential aspirants on the PDP platform from the north had earlier tried to work out a consensus arrangement but failed. Tambuwal said, "I'm sure you are aware that 4 aspirants from my party, including myself, came together voluntarily to try a consensus, which we were unable to achieve. I'm not averse to anything the party may decide to come up with at the national level. But what I can say is that we have tried consensus in producing our National Working Committee members and leaders of the party." The national chairman himself, Senator Iyorchia Ayu, is also a product of consensus, so it is part of democracy. If our party decides to attempt it, I'll be ready to participate and be part of it. Meanwhile, Bola Tinubu in the weekend said he remains unshaken and confident of winning the presidential ticket of the APC. Speaking in Jalingo, Taraba State capital, after interface with delegates of the party, he said his chances of winning the presidential tickets are very high. Tinubu said, "My chances of winning the ticket are incredibly high and I'm very confident. I'm sure I can and I will win it." Asked if the option of a consensus arrangement sits well with him, if his party eventually opts for it, Tinubu said he prefers democracy. "I want democracy. I'm voting for democracy. One man, one vote."